What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be working on my wagon for a bit. I'm starting off with changing out the main relay. This thing has been acting up for a while now. A long time ago when I originally had this thing, this went out on me, and you can like re-solder some of these joints down here. You'll like be able to see that they're cracked all the way around. If you guys with old Civics know what I'm talking about, you can just like kind of fix these, but this one has definitely been fucking up, and I've resoldered it several times, and now it's just finally like not working anymore. Sometimes it does kick on, but like right now the pump's not turning on at all. So that relay is what controls power to the fuel pump. I don't know what else it does, but I know it does that. So I'm finally putting a new one in it. I just went and grabbed this one, so I'm gonna change that out and then pull this thing in. It needs some new coolant lines put on it because it has a leak, and then I'm just gonna be putting the interior back together because it is like just trashed in here, and I just want to get my wagon back together so I can go drive it around again. And then I'm also gonna be redoing the turbo setup on it very soon, but I will get into that later. All right, got the new relay in there. Fuel pump comes on now. Starts right up. I was trying to pull it in this morning and it just would not turn on. It's because that old main relay finally took a shit on me, so it's whatever. So here's the coolant line that I'm replacing. This thing's like a pain in the ass to get to because it goes from the head to the like water tube on the block, and it's like tucked way back behind everything. You can see like the nipple right there where I took it off, and it curls down to that one right there. So it's really hard to get to, but I managed to get this one off, and then I got this bigger one from PFI like a week ago, and I'm just gonna cut it to size to make it the same size as this one so that it will fit. And the reason I have to replace this is because this one has a hole in it, like it's like a tiny hole right there, little rip in it, so it was like spitting coolant out of it. So I'm getting that replaced right now, and while I'm doing that, Hayden's working on downpipe for the 350, and then Charlie's out taking care of some shit. His wagon also broke, the traction bar like cracked pretty bad right there, so he's gonna have to fix that before he can drive his wagon around. But yeah, gonna try to get this coolant line put back in, and then I'm probably gonna start cleaning up this mess of wiring over here in the corner since I relocated the battery, and get my interior back together. I said in a later video I was gonna do that, but I never did, so it's still just a mess. And I also lost my side piece right here. It like fell off one day, so I think I'm gonna glue that back on. Wagon's kind of looking trashy right now, but I'm gonna get her cleaned back up. So just got to get this coolant line back on, and then I will be doing all that. All right, I got my wagon cleaned up for the most part. Still a couple things I need to do, but it looks a lot nicer now. And right now I'm just letting this piece dry. I use some like emblem and trim adhesive on it, and I just have these tires holding it down. So I'm gonna get that piece back on. Then I also cleaned up a lot of the wiring over here. There's still some just laying around, but there was mainly a big group of wire from when I had my light bar, so I don't have it on right now, but I took all that out, and I do plan on putting the light bar back on eventually, but I'm not gonna have it for a bit. So I just ripped all the wiring out, and I got that coolant line changed, so I just need to start it up and let all the coolant bleed because I did lose a lot when I changed that out. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna wait for this piece to dry and then go drive it around, make sure everything's good. Brought the wagon over to PFI. I also remembered that I need to find a throttle cable for the MR2. I'll show you guys when I get back, but the one I'm using now is about to snap. So I want to try to fix it and bring it to the track on Wednesday for test and tune. So I'll see if I can find one. Yeah, I need one like this one might work actually. It might be the right length and everything. It needs to have...
That's a 3000 GT right there.
Is it?
Yeah.
It needs to have both ends like that.
That's the only one you can find like that.
Well, then looks like this is my cable. Yeah, all the other ones are like this, like from a factory.
Yeah, that's
pedal.
Yeah, not like I said, that one I'm not using, so that's fine.
Oh, you don't need this one?
I made a new one for that car.
Sick. Hopefully it works. It should be long enough because it just has to go from like that cruise control box to the thing.
Yeah.
The throttle body.
And I know I need to go through my junk.
Yeah.
There's some gold mines in there though.
Check out this Integra that just showed up. This thing's gonna be gnarly as fuck. Damn. It's like a full sheepy built kit. Looks so sick. That's what your welds need to look like.
His kids are so funny. He's trying to be sheepy.
Be as good.
Hey, you're trying to be sheepy.
You could be from Wyoming and we know what we do to sheepies there.
We don't want to know.
What do they do to sheepies in Wyoming? I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
You don't want to know, bro.
But no, yeah, it takes so long to get as good as these guys. These guys
Oh,
are
it's beautiful.
I feel like you're not that far.
Hayden, I bet you
No,
could do this,
I'm pretty
man.
far.
And you got this.
no,
Dude.
pretty far
Dude,
from that.
you're pretty good.
Okay, sometimes
Those are just more consistent, but like
sometimes they
yours
look all right.
Yours
but, like,
look like that, just not as consistent.
What's hard is to make it everywhere look like that.
Can you do
Because
it?
everywhere, like on their manifolds, everywhere looks great. Everywhere looks great. Like everything's port matched really nice.
Robot. Have a robot for you.
I'll just buy a whole bunch of Asians.
Bro, what do you think of sheep?
Yeah, it's good stuff. I like them all. I think they all work.
Except that, oh, so you want that head flange I got?
I like Boostedboiz manifolds. So I haven't seen the head flange yet.
Well, you want it for 20 bucks? It's
No,
really
I
shitty.
You're like willing to throw it at me. You can't be that good.
You can just,
I feel like-
I'll just
I feel like
let
for
you
all
have
the
it.
flanges I've given them, I should probably get this flange so I can put it out on the wall of what not to get.
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
Was it off eBay?
Yeah. It's OBX. So we just got back from PFI and I did find a throttle cable that will hopefully work for the MR2. It should be good. I might just have to modify it. I'll get into that in a sec. But I got back and I got my head flange in and I did not realize it would come this fast for my wagon because I said earlier I want to make a new manifold for it. But Hayden doesn't think I should use this one. And I don't think I should either, but hold on, let me get it out. This is like an OBX eBay, like shitty ass head flange. I thought it was gonna be a little nicer than this, but it's like, dude, it's like so crooked, like all the holes and shit are just messed up. Yeah, and that's like a much nicer one.
This is an Evo 8 one, but it's not the ones that I normally use. But this is how thick this one is compared to the other one.
Like what is that, like ½ inch?
I think they're 5/8, but
See if
they're
I can
way
get,
thicker.
hold on, get it to
It's
focus.
shiny. It won't.
Oh yeah,
focus
now
and
it's
stuff.
good. It's focused.
But yeah, normally I use ones that are like, they're like CNC, like transition to go from oval to like the circle. Because if you try to put the fucking circle elbows on them, like they fit like junk. Like, because this is oval. But like I don't have any of the nice ones. But PRL makes a really nice one that's transitioned to go from oval to circle.
Yeah, like it
It's
has
just
the
the release in it. And
circle
it just fits
cut
in
into it.
Yep, and it just fits right in it. So they're really nice.
Wait, where'd the other head flange go?
Oh, I said
Over
over there.
Yeah, and also this one's like so thin that it's probably gonna warp if we try to weld on that.
Yeah, but like you look, you can like see the difference. Like look at how thin this is compared to this side. Like,
Yeah,
they're not even like
it's
even.
so off.
Yeah, they're not.
Dude, yeah, and it's like
It's not even close to
the metal's
even.
so thin, like right there.
Yeah.
Look how thin that is. Like that looks like I could just bend it off.
Yeah, no, that head flange is junk.
Yeah, that's shit.
Yeah, and
But
this
I
one
guess-
was like $30, and the PRL ones that are really nice, that are transitioned like this, are only 42. But it's the shipping that gets you. So we're gonna order some once I order in some more head flange. I'm gonna order some more Evo head flanges and some B series and some D series ones, and maybe a K series one too, just to. I want to make some log manifolds, a jig for like a log manifold, so I can sell them.
Yeah, and I'll just wait till he orders all that so I can save on shipping.
Yeah, because
And I'll get me a new D series because this
weird how
one's,
the shipping works.
dude, this one's trash.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to send it back. Some stuff on, most parts on eBay will like work, but this one is just, it's shit. I was gonna try to use it, but after realizing how thin it is, it's just gonna warp so bad.
Yeah, and it'll be like the MR2. You'll be like spitting fire out the
Yeah.
flange.
And I don't want that again.
Yeah, no.
So I'm probably gonna have to wait for the wagon, but I will be making a new top mount for that in the future. It even came with like this super shitty gasket, like those super bad, like Felpro style
Yeah, these-
shit gaskets.
Yeah, these ones are junk too.
Yeah, they're so bad.
They're like a
they like
two-ply,
after
they
you use
split
them,
apart.
yeah, after you use them, they split in half.
And I'll be helping with the manifold on the wagon, so you know it's gonna come.
Yeah.
It's gonna be baller. We're gonna use my polished elbows that that I've been doing on it, it's gonna be sick.
You want to use your polished elbows on mine?
Oh, dude, that's the only way to do it, is to overdo it. We're gonna make it sick.
I guess if I'm going with the nice head flange, we might as well make everything else nice.
Well, I mean, that's just the only way to do it. If we can do it, we might as well do it, right?
That's true. And then you get your jig out of it, so you can make more badass manifolds.
Yeah, I'll be jigging his top mount, so.
So yeah, if any of you guys have a EF D series out there that are looking for a manifold in the future, we'll have a jig soon.
Even Civic D series.
Yeah.
The EF is the tightest chassis there is, so if it fits the EF,
it'll fit anything else.
Yeah, it'll fit the EK and the EG, so.
All right, and here's the throttle cable I got from PFI. I think Brent said this was off like a 3000 GT or something, or an Eclipse. I don't know what it was off of, but I'm gonna try to make it work. This one will hopefully work since both ends are like just a regular style like this, and that's what I need, because I have to connect one side to like this box over here that was part of the cruise control system, and then I have to hook up the other one to the actual like throttle plate lever thing. So this is my old one right here, and I already got it off, and as you can see, she was about to snap once it focuses. It's like literally down to one little wire in between there. I also been cutting myself on this a lot. It's like, there you go, it's like super tiny. Like, she is about to snap. So I need to get this thing replaced, and I want to try to take this to the track on Wednesday and see what it does in the quarter. But one issue I did run into with this throttle cable that I got from PFI is that this piece on the end was too fat to fit into the, whatever you call this, the fucking throttle plate thing. So I had to sand it down a little bit, and it should fit this time. So I'm gonna try to get it on there right now, and then I'm gonna have to figure out how to mount this bracket down somehow, and hopefully it all works. But I mean, it's gonna be a little hood, but it definitely won't be as bad as having that other one that was about to snap. But I think I can make this work. So guys, this is what I came up with for the throttle cable bracket. I just got a piece of aluminum and bent it into a 90 right here, and then bolted it down to where I had my old one, which was this right here. So I have it bolted in the same spot, and then I drilled 2 holes through it, and then have this piece mounted right there. And now there is a much straighter path going to the throttle body. Like, it is pretty much dead on. It's a little off, but it's definitely not gonna fray the throttle cable out nearly as bad as the old one did, because the old one had a like way worse angle on it, and it just ate through the cable pretty fast. But this one should be pretty good. I just had to bend this piece right here that way because this was straight up and down. I also had to bend this piece out right here just to help the cable have a nice straight path, but that should work just fine. So as you can see, I can pull on this cruise control one right here, and that kind of pulls on everything. Works great. So she should be ready to go to the track on Wednesday. And that is going to be the plan. Go down there and see how fast this thing runs. There's honestly a chance it could run a time very close to what the hatch did. It's just not going to have the mile an hour. But if I can get a good launch on this thing, it might make it into the 11s. But I'm still guessing it's going to be like a low to mid 12-second car. That's going to be my guess. But there's a chance we could do like anywhere from 11.5 and up. I don't think I'm going to be able to break 11.5. But I guess we'll see what she does. My guess is the 12s. I do plan on taking all this stuff off eventually, but for right now I'm just kind of ghetto rigging it so I can still drive it around. But I still have this factory little contraption over here. This is like how it all was from factory. This is like set up for the cruise control, so it has the one throttle cable coming from the pedal going into this little box, and then that comes out to both of these cables. So this one went to the cruise control unit, and then that one obviously went to the factory throttle body. But I'm going to take all this out eventually, and then I'll just have one cable going straight from the pedal to the throttle body, because I don't need all this nonsense. But luckily Brent did have a cable that I was able to modify and make it work. So she should be ready to go. I think that's as far as I'm gonna get for tonight. Hayden and Charlie already went to bed. Charlie was gone pretty much all of today. So I've just been working on this thing and my wagon, but that's pretty much it. I know you guys asked for some daily videos, so I try to film whatever I'm doing, but it's pretty much all I did for today. So that's gonna be it for tonight, and thanks for watching.